let's get started. Hey, wow, it's better than a teacher. You guys pay attention. All right, welcome to the school board meeting. First thing up on the agenda is Pledge of Allegiance. If you could all stand, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, real quick, the board met in executive session to discuss some personnel and legal issues. Mrs. Armstrong is on the phone, so she'll be participating that way, and Mr. Dog is unable to attend. Secretary of Correspondence, nothing this month. IU report.
Oops, speak. There's no red light, but it's on. Hello, okay. All right, testing. Okay, I'm doing the Chester County Intermediate Unit report from the last meeting from last month, September 20th, at the Technical College High School Pickering campus in Phoenixville. And we had quite an eventful ceremony. Prior to the board meeting, this ribbon cutting ceremony, you see the picture up there, was held at the newly renovated Technical College High School, the Pickering campus in Phoenixville. Approximately 100 people were in attendance for this exciting event, including many dignitaries, and you can see them up there. The community staff and students are excited for the expansion of programs and the newly renovated classroom and office spaces. Next, in the business, the CCIU Board of Directors acted on the following. We approved a contract with Morpho Trust USA to be the new fingerprinting services vendor. And this is very interesting. I tried it out myself. No more ink and roll. It was digital. So that was kind of fascinating. And then we approved Frontline Education to be our new applicant tracking service. And then we approved contract with the Reading School District to provide comprehensive oversight and supervision of the district's special education services. This is a 3-year term. And in personnel, the CCIU Board of Directors approved all recommended personnel action items, including routine terminations, resignations, retirements, nominations, change in status, creation of positions, supplemental salaries, and pay rates. The next Board of Directors meeting will be held Wednesday, October 18th, 7:30 at the Educational Service Center, Boot Road in Downingtown. And that concludes my report.
All right, thank you. Legislative report?
We still do not have a Pennsylvania state budget, and other than that, there is nothing else for me to report.
And you wonder why we don't have a budget. All right. Community Advisory Committee realignment report?
Yes.
Pat, you doing that?
Do you want me to read it?
The Community Advisory Committee met last Wednesday, October 11th. They listened to the feedback from the CAC members from the community and reviewed the updated enrollment projections and the updated information from the townships regarding status of current and proposed building projects. The committee will meet again on November 8th to finalize their recommendation to the board and plan to attend the work session on Monday, November 13th to present their findings and recommendation to the board. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. Now we get to the fun part. Charlestown Elementary School. Oh, there we go. If you guys want to cut, well, I guess that podium now, yeah. Switched it around from last year.
Hello, my name is Sophia Hall, and I'm the Student Council President at Charlestown Elementary School. To begin our presentation tonight, I'm going to tell you about our Student Council election process. Fifth grade students spent 1 week campaigning to be either president, vice president, secretary, or treasurer. On election day, students interested in the treasurer position gave their speech. Next, the students running for secretary shared their speeches, one by one. After that, the vice president and the presidential candidates presented their speeches. For the speeches, we stood at a podium in one of the 5th grade classrooms. After the speeches, we voted on the candidates a few days later, and the winners are the kids standing up here today. Election day was so much fun.
Hi, my name is Sebastian, and I'm Vice President of the Student Council of Charlestown Elementary. The Great Valley Homecoming Parade will occur on October 21st, and we have all been invited to represent Charlestown. Our Student Council representatives have been working on a theme-related banner and poster. On Friday, October 13th, we all had 4th and 5th graders vote on a TV show. The final result was Tom and Jerry. We look forward to marching in the parade and representing Charlestown Elementary. In addition, we had our first Charlestown Elementary Student Council meeting of the year on October 6th. Mrs. Gleason led our meeting. We talked about homecoming and this board meeting. We learned the process for writing the speech for the board meeting, and we are each responsible for writing part of a speech tonight. After it was written, the officer had to send their part to the secretary, who put it all together. Then the secretary had to send it to Mrs. Gleason for the final okay.
Hi, my name is Zafra, and I'm the Secretary for Student Council. Tonight I'd like to talk to you about the Bulletin Board Committee. Soon there will be a bulletin board representing Student Council showing what we'll be doing this year. There are a few class representatives that are on this committee. What they do is draw pictures and write things that we might be discussing in a meeting or something that the Student Council has done together to keep our school community informed. The Bulletin Board Committee will be the ones hanging things on the bulletin board too. This committee is made up of approximately 3 Student Council members. Hi, my name is Lauren Doherty, and I'm the Student Council Treasurer. Tonight I am going to be talking about some of the plans that we have this year. We have many goals for this year, one of which includes making it the best year possible for all the students at Charlestown. We want it to be a super fun year, but we also want everyone to learn as much as possible. We are going to work very hard to make that happen. One thing that we have done in the past is wrap presents and donate them to families who are less fortunate than us. We are also planning to have a Spirit Week, where each day we would have a different theme. As always, the Student Council will be coordinating Carnations for Cancer around Valentine's Day. All students can buy carnations for friends and teachers, and the profit will go towards charity. These are just a few things that we are planning for this year. Thank you for listening and letting me share a bit about our Student Council.
Well, thank you very much. And congratulations on winning your elections. All right, General Wayne Elementary.
Good evening. My name is Emma Caldwell, and I'm the president of the GWES Student Council. With me tonight is our vice president, Cameron Sita, secretary, Caitlin McGuire, treasurer, Sylvia Brewer. Tonight we will share some of the wonderful things happening at GWES. We have been very busy working on our wellness initiatives with our GWES Wellness Committee and the students. We decided to integrate our projects to help promote the wellness theme throughout the year. We started the year off with working on organizing our day from the get-go, with unpacking independently and organizing as well as planning for our day with notes, supplies, books, and more. This month is fitness, and many of us are hitting the track, doing yoga, Go Noodle videos, as well as meditating to help focus on the mind and body. Last week, we held our annual General Wayne Soup Night, where we fed over 400 people. We raised over $2,200. Students, parents, siblings, grandparents, and even friends joined us to eat the General Wayne staff's soup, salad, cookies, and bread to help raise money for childhood cancer. Our student council reps and alternates assisted in prepping silverware, condiments, as well as setting up and cleaning up. In addition, some of our teachers will be participating in the Lemon Run in Philadelphia in November. It's sponsored by Alex's Lemonade organization. Please consider donating to help beat childhood cancer. Hi, my name is Sylvia. This week, we are celebrating Patriot Pride through our Spirit Week to help us get ready for homecoming. This year's Spirit Week has Monday, Pajama Day, Tuesday, Mixed Up Crazy Clothes and Hair Day, Wednesday, Dress as a Teacher Day, and Thursday we have no school. And last but not least, Friday, where we have Patriot Pride Day. We will also walk in the homecoming parade. This year's theme is TV shows. Tonight we each dressed as a favorite character in one of our favorite TV shows. As you can see, we are ready to walk in the homecoming parade on Saturday. Come out and support our Patriots this Saturday. Thank you for inviting us to share our General Wayne Pride this evening. We are honored. Have a fabulous week.
Well, thank you and congratulations on winning your elections. And we're honored you're here. So, all righty. And you got to come out and watch the football game because Mr. Beauclair is playing. So we have to root him on. He's our high school representative, so. All right, middle school.
Good evening to the board, Dr. Speaker Polovinsky, parents, teachers, and Great Valley Council community members. I'm Rose Baheen, the 8th grade student council president.
Hello, I'm Kate Bevick, the 8th grade vice president.
Hi, I'm Jugat Singh, the 8th grade secretary.
Hi, I'm Avery Source, I'm the 8th grade treasurer.
Hi, I'm Megan Ramick, the 7th grade president.
Hi, I'm Sophia Geibel, the 7th grade vice president.
Hi, I'm Lauren Frederick, the 7th grade secretary.
Hi, I'm Nina Slavsky, 7th grade treasurer.
Our council has been very busy throughout the school year so far. We've organized a number of activities at the middle school. At the beginning of the school year, Megan Ramick, the 7th grade president, and myself welcomed each of the grade levels to the new school year. All of the officers also informed them of the opportunity to volunteer in student council.
We've had one general meeting this year. The officers and representatives took oaths of office at the first meeting. We've had about 170 total representatives for 6th, 7th, and 8th grade classes.
We had our first dance on October 13th from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. The dance had a fall theme and it was a great success. We had an extremely large turnout of about 275 7th and 8th grade students attended. In addition, we had Mr. Search DJ the dance and the PTO provided us with delicious food items. They have been a tremendous help to the student council and we thank all of the PTO members for their help and support.
All through the month of October, the Student Council is sponsoring a sock drive. All new socks that are collected will be given to disadvantaged children, women, and men in Chester County through the Retired and Senior Volunteer Program. We have collected 200 pairs of new socks so far. This week is Spirit Week. We have a different theme for each day of the week. Today was Jersey Day. Students wore their favorite team's jersey. Tuesday is Twin Day. Wednesday is the color war between the grades. 6th grade will dress in blue, 7th grade in white, and 8th grade in black. Friday is Formal Friday, and everyone will dress up in nice clothes. Overall, it's a great Spirit Week for everyone.
The middle school student council will march in the homecoming parade on Saturday. We'll dress in blue and white, and we plan on having 40 reps participate.
We are also sponsoring an Orange and Blackout Spirit Day on October 31st. Students are encouraged to wear orange and black to show school unity. Student council officers are also prepared for their Pennsylvania Association of Student Council conference hosted by Red Lion High School from November 2nd to 4th. Officers will attend workshops daily and leadership conferences to interact with other officers from Pennsylvania. The National Junior Honor Society has been busy too, sponsoring a National Denim Day and a Pink Day to support breast cancer awareness. Middle school clubs also started in September. This year, the following clubs are offered: Builders Club, Robotics, Anime, Yearbook, Reading Olympics, Architecture, and Chess Club. On average, 30 students participate in each club.
The middle school musical will be Grace and is pushed back to sometime in the winter at General Wayne Elementary School. Please consider attending this wonderful production. Also, the fall sports teams will be wrapping up their seasons. All the teams had great seasons and we're looking forward to the winter sports.
We would like to thank all of you for the opportunities you provide us with at the middle school. Thank you for your time and have a great night.
All right, thank all of you. Before you all try to run out of here, I'll let Mr. Beauclair tell you what's going on at the high school, if he's ready, hopefully, and everything that's going on with Spirit Week.
So like all you guys heard, homecoming has been coming for a very long time, and it is finally Spirit Week, and I am very excited about it. So, like our friend Sebastian talked about, the 21st is our homecoming day. It'll start out with our Patriots Day from 10:30 to 2:30. Our parade will start at 1 o'clock, so everyone be there. A couple of my friends who are on the football team will be there all dressed up, and it'll be really fun to see them there. Also, like Mr. Barrett said, we have a game right after at 3 o'clock. This past Friday, we beat Octorara 41-6, and now we are 4-1 in the league, or 4-0 in our league, sorry about that. Yeah, that's a big one. And this is be one of our biggest games of the season. I highly recommend everyone comes out to that game after the parade, so I expect to see all of you guys in the stands when I look up there. So, and the biggest thing that we're working about right now is the pep rally, which will be on Friday. It's going to be really exciting, and a couple of our officers will be dancing, but that might be a little secret, so keep it. Overall, we're all really excited, student council-wide, for our homecoming.
Thank you very much. All right, if all of you want to grab your parents and leave, you're welcome to. Oh, you want to do recognition real quick? Sorry. One more minute. We have a couple recognitions to do, so before you leave.
Ninth grade student.
You want to read them?
I think somebody's coming up here. And Dr. Souders will be presenting the middle school awards.
Well, this one's a little interesting because they're no longer middle school students, but they earned this award in the transition between the middle school and the high school, and quite honestly, it's great to see this dynamic duo back in action once again. We just, I swear, like it was just yesterday, like deja vu here, we just acknowledged them for winning the 2016 STEM Video Game Challenge, and once again, they entered another game that they created, and this one I believe is called Mainframe, if I'm not mistaken, which follows the evolution of computers over time, and they have to balance resources and things along those lines to successfully complete the tasks associated with the game. So once again, they're acknowledged for their work, and we're one of 23 middle school and high school students across the country to be acknowledged by this organization, and from what they share, this is the strongest group of games that have come to their attention, and they feel that this is a great showing for the last year of this challenge. So I'd like to acknowledge Lucas Armand and Shrey Panda for their outstanding work while leaving the middle school and heading over to us.
If I can just take 1 second while we're in the middle. Mr. Whitelock, I just want to let you know that I've heard that you have an extremely hardworking group this year in student council in a middle school. Much harder working than in years previous. So apparently you guys have been doing some really good things that have been trickling out into the community. So I just wanted to let you know, thank you, Mr. Whitelock, for all your hard work with these kids. It's a group that, that does good things, so I appreciate it.
Our next award is an award that is presented by the Pennsylvania School Boards Association, and it's the Certificate of Appreciation. The legacy of school board service is firmly embedded in the history of our nation and its commitment to public education. The Pennsylvania School Boards Association, founded in 1895, has a rich history as the first school boards association established in the United States. The consummate board member is described as an ethical, principled individual with a deep desire to serve. School directors have a strong belief in the value of public schools and local control of public education for the benefit of all students. Today, school districts are expected to offer more services along with world-class instruction with limited resources. These expectations provide a tremendous challenge for school directors who are unpaid volunteers who work tirelessly, giving of their free time away from their families to contribute to the schools and communities they serve. PSBA has been recognizing the contributions of dedicated local school directors with long-term service since 1983. The Honor Roll Association's way of saying thank you to these individuals who exemplify leadership is by giving unselfishly of their time and talents for the betterment of the public schools, serving students across this great Commonwealth. It gives me immense pleasure and honor to recognize for 8 years of service and for being part of a rich legacy of history. And I thank you personally, President Dave Barrett, Treasurer Phil Ferre, and Board Member Andy Daga.
You have to play the pictures. Good job, guys.
As the board secretary.
My father.
Where's your dad?
Yeah. Florida, where you ought to be. All right. That ends our recognition portion. Whoops. That ends our recognition portion. The superintendent's going to give an update of what's going on in the district. You're all welcome to stay for that part. You're all welcome to leave if you want to grab your parents. It's up to you. After this, it'll get real boring because it'll be all the voting stuff. Years ago, we realized it's easier just to dismiss them and have them all kind of trickle out. So easy if not. Bet you never thought that either. What are the students here for?
What's that?
What are the 4 students here for?
I don't know.
Are they Boy Scouts? All right.
Are you ready?
Yeah. All right, let's get back to the superintendent's report.
We have amazing things going on throughout the district, so this is just a little bit of a snippet to some of the highlights that are happening throughout the district. As related to our goals, we are conducting multiple surveys. If you remember, we had spoken a little bit in September about the Youth Truth Survey that was administered in the spring of the year, actually toward the end of last school year, with the staff. There was also the beginning of the Great Valley Athletic Survey. The first survey was conducted at the end of last school year in relation to spring sports, and each season, surveys will be conducted. Right now, they are sent home to the parents of the athletes at the end of that season. So just a little update to the Great Valley Athletic Survey. What has happened with those results, some themes have been established. Predominantly, the biggest theme to look at for improvement has been around the area of communication of the coaches to the parents and the players, and also the use of social media, approved social media outlets to make sure we get the stories of our athletes and the amazing things that they're doing out publicly, so that if you're not able to attend an event, you can at least enjoy the wonderful things that are happening across the district. So they're going to be working on points of improvement as well as holding on to those good things that are happening in each of the sports. The survey was stratified by sport. So the athletic director was able to share kudos and positives with those coaches that of the sports where they were recognized, so we don't lose sight of the good things that are happening, while at the same time areas that were of concern or areas in need of improvement could be addressed. The Youth Truth Survey results currently, Dr. Gaffredo, our Assistant Superintendent for Administrative Services, and Jen Blake, our Director of Communications, is working with each of the building administrators and the school staffs. They will be taking time. The building administrators took a lot of time over the summer to analyze those survey results from the staff, and each building will be working on points of pride and points of areas of improvement within their building. The student survey will be administered through the month of October. Those results will be used and shared with staff, and then in the spring of this school year, there'll be a survey conducted with parents of students in the district, and the staff will again be resurveyed. And we'll have this cycle of continually improving using our survey results. In Great Valley Athletics, as you can see, we have many great things going on. There was a wonderful military night that was held at the football game, and it was really wonderful to see. The flag was actually carried by the grandson of one of the veterans. The football team was extremely respectful, and it really was wonderful to see the field line, the cheerleaders, and all of the fans really expressing their appreciation to the veterans. You can see we also have in our schools the PIAA championships, and the field hockey team from 1970 was honored. It was wonderful to see the team return to actually have an opportunity to celebrate that state championship. Liv Juliana, senior, won the Pac-10 Girls Gold Championship, shooting an even 70 par. Liv qualifies for the PIAA District 1 play. The marching band news, and as we've seen the attendance and participation in cavalcades, they continually increase their score. The marching band is having a great season. The band finished first place in the Liberty class and improved its overall score once again. For a special cause, at the football game, again, there was the Alex's Lemonade Club held their first event, which was a lemonade stand for the September 28th football game. The club raises money for children battling childhood cancer, and 2 young Great Valley children that were survivors were invited to join the lemonade stand. They are Juliana Trelona, first grade student at General Wayne, and Alana Gracia, who's a 6th grade student. It was really great, and their administrators and teachers were there to help them celebrate and really honor and contribute to that wonderful cause. If there are ninth grade students across the district, they had a special event which was held last week. There was a career exploration day in which 6 sessions were held, led by professionals in the community for our ninth grade students. It was held on a day that PSATs were given to students in 10th and 11th grade, and our seniors enjoyed their senior day of picture taking and focusing on their next career or their next step. So it was really interesting, and the feedback we received from the career exploration was amazing. Some of our alumni returned to share where they are now, and I'm continually blown away by the talent that is a result of a Great Valley education. Kudos is given to Donna Ahern, who was, for the family orthodontics, named as the favorite teacher. That was based on student submissions that were submitted to family orthodontics. Donna won a tower of school supplies, markers, crayons, colored pencils, Post-its, etc. So congratulations to Donna, and one of the many examples of stellar educators within our district. At General Wayne, we had Safety Day, and it was a great way for students to get interaction with our first responders. The Paoli and Malvern Fire Departments, Willistown Police participated, a rescue helicopter, and from what I hear, that was a real highlight for the students. The rescue helicopter from Thomas Jefferson Hospital made a special appearance at the event. And I know Mrs. Citron was very thankful that it was a relatively lovely weather day so that the students were really able to take time to appreciate the first responders. Upcoming events, as you've heard, this is the beginning of Spirit Week, culminating with our pep rally and football game on Saturday, our Patriot Day on Saturday, and the football game. October 20th is the Sugartown Latin America Storytelling Assembly. October 21st, again, Saturday, that's Patriots Day at the high school. The week of the 23rd is Heritage Week at Sugartown, and October 27th is the Family Dance Party and Silent Auction. Week of November 13th is American Education Week. November 20th and 21st, Parent-Teacher Conferences. November 22nd through the 24th is our Thanksgiving recess. So many fabulous things happening. And there are many more things than are listed here, and the calendar is on our website. If you have lots of time and would like to explore wonderful activities across the district, please check that out.
All right, thank you. All right, that ends the presentation part of the meeting. We'll now open the microphone up for any public comments on any of the voting agenda items. If you want to come to the podium and state your name and residency and limit your time to 3 minutes. All right, seeing no comments at this point, we'll move to the voting items. The first thing up is consent agenda items 701 through 712. Do I have a motion for approval?
Move to approve.
Do I have a second? Second. Thank you. Any questions or comments on any of these? All right, seeing none. All those in favor? Jen?
Aye.
That would be 8-0. Thank you. Next thing up for approval is the personnel personnel items. Do I have a motion for approval?
Move to approve.
Second?
Second.
Motion and a second. All those, any questions or comments on any of these? All right, seeing none. All those in favor? Jen?
Aye.
Motion passes 8-0. Thank you. Next up is the second reading of policies for adoption and policy to be repealed. So I have a motion for items 1002 to 1003 for approval.
Motion to approve. Second.
Motion and a second. Any questions or comments? All those in favor? Jen?
Aye.
Thank you. Motion passes 8-0. The first reading for next month policies are there. Seeing no other items to be voted on, I will now open the microphone back up for any public comments on any other subjects that were not on the voting agenda. Have any comments, please come to the podium, state your name and residency, and please, if you could limit to 3 minutes if others would like to speak. Thank you.
Okay, great. My name is Mark Koshmeter. I live in Melbourne. I am an alumni of Great Valley and the parent of 2 students currently in General Wayne. I want to first thank the board for hearing our concerns before the last board meeting and getting us in contact with the superintendent and Dr. Goffredo. And I thank both Dr. Speaker Pawlinski and Dr. Goffredo for meeting with us. I do want to say that as I'm at the board meeting, I'm looking at the pillars of character behind each of you, that I hope that the board and the administration and the teachers and the parents and students all look at those pillars and consider them when we are dealing with each other, that trustworthiness is of the utmost importance, that respect in dealing with each other, that our responsibilities as administrators, as board members, as parents, and as students, the fairness that we conduct our business with, the caring that we share, and the citizenship of being members of this community are all important to each and every one of us. I do still have some concerns, and I do hope that we will continue to have conversations, and that those conversations will lead to a better school district. So I just want to thank them for starting the conversation, and hope that we will continue to have the conversation. And I also would like to say, as a person who is employed in technology, that I have seen the current webpage for the district, and I find it a little bit troublesome that there are still a lot of concerns, things that are very hard to find, very hard to navigate. I know that we did a whole redevelopment of the page. I would ask the board to look at the webpage. I would ask the board to look at other school districts' web pages, see how difficult it is to navigate our webpage, and know that Great Valley is in the technology corridor. We should have a really great experience in our technology for our students, for our parents, for our teachers, and for our administrators. And so I would ask a plea that you would spend some time and energy looking again at the webpage and seeing concerns and even asking for people's advice. Thank you.
Thank you. Yep.
Good evening, Jessica Koshmeter from Malvern. I have the 2 children. I'm married to Mark, and at General Wayne. And we have had some serious concerns, as you may recall from our email and our meetings with you, about our child and about the children in the classroom who are experiencing just a very different year than how they should have started, due to the fact that, thankfully, our classrooms were able to be split from 3 into 4. But unfortunately, the teacher that we are waiting for has not arrived. And as parents, we still do not have an official date. My child, personally, is still experiencing some anxiety and things. He's attached himself to the teacher who's currently there, who has been very sweet and is doing the best that she can as a long-term sub. But he is, starting to wonder when his teacher's coming, and, how is it going to be? Is Mrs. Fusco, his current teacher, daily substitute, is going to be there? Are they going to still see her? So I I am requesting some follow-up with the date as to where the teacher will arrive, so we can at least mentally prepare ourselves and do the best to inform our children. And also, to request, is there going to be a follow-up with a guidance counselor or somebody who is, would be good to work with the children through this transition. So on another note, I was happy to hear about the new policy for the snacks and everything, the email that came. It was unclear to me on the email whether, again, we as parents are expected, I'm assuming we will all talk to our children, but is there going to be a follow-up from the school? Is there going to be, who is going to be speaking to the children? When we had this conversation with our children over the weekend, my daughter expressed, she said, oh, that is going to be really sad, a party with no food. And I thought, yes, we are doing this in the interest of, I'm not sure of the numbers, how many with students we have in the district and how many with allergies and severe things. My son has an enzyme deficiency, which is not an allergy, but he could be at risk for eating certain things. And certainly, we support any decision to help the students and keep them safe and healthy, but also, what happens with the other children. And are we going to be changing our classrooms to maybe just a fruit and vegetable classroom? Personally, I think that if we're still bringing snacks every day, there's still a huge risk for cross-contamination because there are students who have a whey allergy, who have a milk, wheat. There's so many different allergies that, is this change really going to prevent something unfortunate from happening? And then part of me, as I read the email, I also thought, how much is this really for the benefit of the children, and how much is it, to protect the district as a liability? How are we considering making these changes, and can we make these changes so they are truly effective? I know that from our preschool experience, we had a school that had several children for a 200 student school. They had over 50 students with severe allergies. How can we make it truly safe if we're still bringing all kinds of snacks, peanut-free and not free, but not free of other allergens who could really affect some students? So those are just my questions. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, any other, any other comments from the public? All right, any board comments? All right, seeing none, do I have a motion to adjourn?
Move to adjourn.
Second. Motion and second, all those in favor? Jen? Aye. Well, I think we lost her. Motion passes to adjourn. Oh,
It was, sorry.
then aye to adjourn.
Yes, please.
Motion passes 8-0. Thank you. Have a good evening.